Hey Pens fans, beat reporter Josh Yohe here, and what has become a theme, the Penguins selected two very talented defensemen in the first round of the NHL Draft. Here's a look at the newest Penguins.
Unexpected?
Maybe a little bit, but I'm extremely excited. Couldn't be happier to come to Pittsburgh here in front of the hometown crowd, and just overall great feeling there. I think Colorado was probably my favorite team growing up, but definitely Pittsburgh now. Try and model myself after Drew Doughty, guys like that, maybe Nick Lindstrom, poise, patience with the puck, and, trying to get that intensity and grittiness like Doughty has.
Players like Crosby and Malkin, how does that make you feel? How do you think it will affect your game?
Yeah, of course, the best players in the world. It's a pretty good thing, and I think it makes it easier if I can play with them. I'm an all-around D-man, and I consider myself more defensive, but still I can bring some offensive game there, and I believe I can play in every situation.
Well, it's been rumored for quite a while that Jordan Staal might be traded, and Carolina was the likely destination. And indeed, in somewhat shocking fashion, tonight at Consol Energy Center, the trade happened. Jordan Staal is now going to play with his brother Eric in Raleigh. In return, the Penguins get Brandon Sutter, a very good third-line center. I think Penguins fans are going to like this guy. He's only 23, really good player, and the Penguins also got a good defensive prospect and a very high draft pick. Here's some of what Ray Shero had to say about the Jordan Staal trade.
Up until maybe at some point today, that I always felt that Jordan's going to be back with us next year, and we've had a great relationship. He's a very important player for our team, and but a couple teams were pretty aggressive today, and one being Carolina. And we just felt as an organization that Jordan's at the point of his career where it's time for him to really take the next step in his development, and it made sense with the Carolina deal. The assets we got back in return, it was a fair deal for both parties, and I think it's a good personal situation for Jordan, also professional. So I think both teams are happy. I talked to Jordan personally about this, about his role and where he can go with his career and so forth. And I don't know with Sidney and Gino being here that it would be a long-term fit in terms of having him grow as a player. So the Carolina thing, as I say, it's a funny thing to say, but it just felt right to do, and it was the right place for him, hopefully, and it's a right deal for us, most importantly, and hopefully both parties are going to be real happy. Brandon is the key to the deal for us. We really like Derek Pouliot and Brian Demoulian. Those are key assets as well. But NHL ready, Brandon Sutter is, he's a proven player in the league. He's a young player. He's signed. We love the character. We love what he brings. He's got good size. It's hard to find guys like that, and those center icemen, as we say, defensemen and center, are difficult to find. So he's a real key to the deal for us, and we look forward to having him with us for many years.
Well, Rob Rossi, we had a little bit to write about this evening. A rather stunning night where the Penguins make two really big trades. We're going to get to the Jordan Staal trade in a second. It's obviously a big deal, but what does the Jordan Staal trade mean long-term or short-term even?
Hashtag Parisi Watch. About $15 million in salary cap space, Josh. If anybody out there thinks the Penguins aren't going to go hard after Zach Parise, one of Sidney Crosby's best friends, in a summer when they are going to sign Crosby to basically a lifetime contract, people are just fooling themselves. The Penguins went all in on this, and I'm telling you right now, in every part of my soul, I believe that the Penguins are planning on aggressively pursuing Zach Parise and giving Crosby the winger, much like they provided Malkin with James Neal.
Right.
And that's going to be their big four going forward.
And it's a startling turn of events. For years, we've been writing about how are the Penguins going to sign all these guys and fit them under their salary cap, and now all of a sudden, here they are possibly pursuing the biggest name in the free agent pool. It's unbelievable.
You got to give Ray Shero a lot of credit.
Yes.
I didn't think he had any type of leverage in the Jordan Staal deal. I mean, Jordan, basically just came out and said, through people, I'm going to Carolina. I'm going to be there sooner or later, and he's going there sooner now. And look, Carolina's going to be a really good team, but Brandon Sutter is an ideal fit as a third-line center for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's going to fill that role probably in a different way. I can't say better, because Stahl's probably the best third-line center and one of the best third-line centers in history of hockey. But
one thing, Dan Bilesma was always trying to figure ways to get Stahl more ice time and get him in the top six action. You don't have to worry about that with Sutter. He's a third-liner. I think he's very comfortable with that. It's what he is. And don't think for a second the Penguins are done, by the way. The surplus of young defensemen this team has now is unmatched in the National Hockey League.
Josh, I think this is another key point, too, here. I think something missing from the Penguins last year was that youthful exuberance.
Yes.
And that, I don't want to say hunger. They were hungry. but they were just together for a long time.
In 08 and 09, you saw that youthful exuberance,
and,
yes.
know, you've now
Enter Brandon Sutter.
You've now moved a pivotal piece of this core.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, it gets everybody alerted. It puts everybody on notice. And here's what you know going forward. Crosby and Malkin are probably going to re-sign. They're doing this with all this in mind. And look, I'm not ruling out that they may go after even a defenseman in free agency again. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. I don't envy you.
Thank you, Robin. On a quick personal note, Jordan Staal, I think both of us, one of the favorite guys we ever covered. And Zbigniew McCulloch, we didn't even get into, also traded.
On your marriage, Jordan. By the
yes, and McCulloch, a class act, even though things didn't work out well for him, and we certainly wish the best for him back in Phoenix. And it's been quite a night, and we'll be back here in the morning. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? I don't even really want to think about it.
We'll be making another video for Trip.
These are Abrasi. I'm Josh Yowie. Good night, everyone.